Hey there guys, what's up? My name is Fuetolip, and together with Abi Devedi, we have been working on this plugin for the last 3 months. It has been an absolute blast. We have been testing this, optimizing it, tweaking it until it just works like gangbusters. So in this quick little video, we're going to show you how you can use Video App Monarchy, how the plugin works, and why it just rocks, alright? Now, just to give you a general idea on what you can use this for and why, it's actually really simple. If you have anything going on, like maybe perhaps you're promoting CPA offers or affiliate products, or just want to promote your own online products, or maybe you want to find something to sell as a high-end service to offline clients, you could use this plugin, because what it does, it will create massive streams of viral traffic back to your posts or pages, or maybe even to your desired destination links that you can determine within the app or within the plugin. Now, the reason why you would want to use this is because it's pretty fresh, pretty unique. It provides both value to your visitors, and it makes sure that every visitor you'll receive becomes a lead as well. And people start to share. So you gain a lot of exposure really fast. Now, the general idea behind this is you'll have a video somewhere up on YouTube or Vimeo or any of the other big hosting platforms, and you use that video link and you'll create a lock on top of that video using an overlay. All right. Now, when people want to watch that video, you could offer all sorts of, content valued stuff within your video, perhaps even a coupon code, or maybe a live behind the shoulder kind of thing where you show them how to do something, how to make money, or maybe how to overcome certain problems and offer solutions, whatever. You can offer that within the video. So you'll trigger curiosity points, basically, from the perspective of the person who wants to unlock it. So you create a call to action. You'll tell your visitors that they will need to share with like a minimum required amount of friends that you can determine within the plugin. And once they do that, they then, make sure that the video gets unlocked and they can then watch it. So if you hit on the curiosity triggers, people will unlock it. We've seen this ourselves. It works like crazy. We have been getting around 15,000 unique visitors within just 48 hours of implementing this. So it works. All right. You just need to know which type of video to use and just how to set up your overlay. That's it. Just a couple of steps and you're done. All right. Now, just for the sake of this video, I'm going to go through setting this plugin up for your posts or pages or whatever. And I'm going to show you the user process, the end user process, and how it will work out for the people who will see that lock on your video. All right, really simple stuff. So let me just click on this icon you see right here. This will be shown within your CSK HTML editor once you have installed and activated the plugin. So let me just click on it, and you can see we have 4 types of settings. We have the video settings, the overlay settings, the unlock settings, and email settings. All right, really simple stuff, but let's just begin at the beginning. First, you'll need, of course, a video, right? So you can use any type of URL. That could be from YouTube, Vimeo, from whatever, all right? So if you want to get a video of naked girls jumping up and down, you want to use that as bait, I mean, by all means do that. But just for the sake of this video, I actually just got a link of a YouTube video that has a Obama impersonator dance on that that video called Gangnam Style from that guy, Psy or whatever. It's the most viewed video on YouTube, so it has gotten a lot of interest. So for example, if I would set up a CPA campaign, I would want to get traffic from all sorts of angles, and people are by nature really curious about stuff, so they want to see stuff. So I'm gonna go from the angle watch Obama dance on Gangnam Style, to attract my viral visitors. Now, as I've said, you could use it from within any angle for any type of project, but this is just, for the sake of this video, I just came up with that little hook right there. So I'm gonna input my video URL and click on validate. And you can now see that it's being previewed within my video settings, and I can then change the video size to how big or how small I want it to be. But I'll just keep this at default. Then I click on overlay settings, and this is the overlay that will be put on top of the video, which will create the lock. All right. 4 things that we can change here. We can add a call to action on top of the video. We can choose our unlock button, which is important because you know, without that unlock button, you wouldn't be able to allow people to unlock this video. And a timer. This is one of the things that I really like, because using a timer will create urgency. When you have something like urgency going on, your conversions will go up. So that's why I've had the timer in here. You can move these things around. You can add them wherever you want them to be. All right. So this is very flexible, and you can just constantly change this to however you want it to be. So if you're split testing or whatever, you could do that. That's not a problem at all. But I just like to use the unlock button like in the bottom, and then the timer in the middle, and then the call to action on top. All right, so let me just choose an unlock button. And you know, the friends that they will be sharing it with happens on Facebook, and those friends will be receiving an invite, just like those games and requests you sometimes receive. The same type of invite will be sent to those friends on Facebook, and they can then click on it, and they will then get redirected to whatever destination link you have set, or to the default page, which is the post or page where you have that video on. So I'm just gonna select a button here. Let me use let me just use this blue one. All right, I'll just place it on here. And before I work on my timer and on my call to action, I'll first choose a pattern overlay. All right, this is a pattern image that I can use and will be put on top of the video. All right, so I'm just going to use this one right here. And as you can see, it's been placed on top of the video. And what I can do now is I can decide the opacity. Now, if you leave it at default at 50%, it means that people will see a little bit of what's behind the lock, so they can see the thumbnail of the video. So perhaps you have a video that has a really cool thumbnail, all right, that creates even more urgency, or perhaps even more hits on more curiosity points. Then you want to have some kind of you want to have at least like 50 or 60 or 70% opacity. If you don't want people to see what's behind the video, perhaps the thumbnail of the video isn't all that cool, or perhaps maybe even spoils, like, you know, the whole sharing motivation, you then want to set it to just fully 100%. So as you can see now, no one can see what's behind the overlay. All right, you can then decide. I'll just, by the way, for the sake of this video, I'll just keep it at 80, or let me keep it at 70. And then we have the overlay padding. If you just slide this, you can see that it gets a little bit bigger than the video itself. So this border right here demonstrates the video, and then you can see that it's basically you know, the overlay is getting bigger and going around the borders. All right, so I can just move this around and make it as big as I want. But I'll just keep it a little bit at, you know, 12 is good. And then I can use the overlay border radius to create like sexy round corners, all right? I like that, just gives it a finishing touch. So let me just put this to 8. That's good. You can now see we have those nice round corners, all right? We have chosen our pattern. So right now I'm going to position this button a little bit better. Then I'm going to enter 0, 1 as the timer. That means that it will count down from 1 minute to 0 seconds. Now, no horrible things will happen once the countdown is going to 0. But this is just, as I've said, you know, something really cool that just, you know, increases conversions. And you see this sometimes on CPA offers or on landing pages of marketers who use timers to just, you know, increase conversions. Now, as for the call to action, I'll just do something like, watch this video to see Obama dance on Gangnam style. And I can make this box a little bit bigger if I want to. I can choose the color. Let me just use white, which always works. This is a pretty flexible plugin. You can make it look like however you want it to be. So make sure that once you have your plugin, once you've snatched your copy, that you just play around with it. Just experiment a little bit. You know, do your thing with it. All right. Now I'm gonna make it a little bit bigger. Well, 18 was good. Yeah, this is good. All right. So we have our call to action. We have our timer. That will go from 1 minute to 0 seconds. And we have the button, the share button. Right? So we're done as for overlay settings. Then we go to unlock settings. All right, this is the Facebook share title. What will happen is once they unlock, or once they want to unlock the video, a pop-up will arrive, a window from Facebook will pop up, and this is actually a really neat thing. They will then see a call to action again, or you can make it a call to action, but they will then see a title next to their profile thumbnail, and they can then be able to, they're then able to select their friends who they can share with. All right, so this little share title will be seen, and I usually, if I set like the minimum required invites they need to send is at perhaps maybe even 5, I would just use that as the share title. So I would say something like, select 5 of your friends below to unlock the video. Then we have the Facebook share link. What this basically is once friends of friends of friends of friends receive an invite, and once they click on it, they will then be redirected either back to your posts or pages where the video is on, or to this customized link. All right. If you leave it empty, it will just redirect them back to your default page. All right, where the video, where you've used the plugin in the video. But I'll just keep it empty because what I want to do is I want to create as big as viral potency as it could get. All right. So I want to have every person redirected back to the post where the video is on and the lock is on. And so that everyone unlocks it and they'll be sharing it. Before I know it, I'm going crazy viral. And as I've said, this worked like gangbusters for us. We've been doing 15,000 unique visitors in just 48 hours. There's other case studies we have going on that we will share in the near future as well. But I mean, it just works. Especially if some kind of like, you know, nice little video that you can put a lock on that you can create a good call to action for. That's even better. So I'll leave that empty. The content reveal is, let's just say, for example, you want people to first unlock the video and then you want them to watch the video. And then near the end of the video, you perhaps have another call to action where they will be needing to click on a link or, you know, need to go somewhere else so you can monetize from the traffic. You can do that by using content reveal. We will show our customers, our members, hopefully you, of course, we will show you how to use HTML tags to create links, add images perhaps, add all sorts of stuff within this content reveal. And the content reveal will be shown below the video once the video is unlocked. All right, but just for the sake of this video, of this demonstration, I'm just going to put something like, this is the content reveal text that will be shown below the video. All right, now we have that done. I'm gonna set the invitations required. As I've said, you can determine the amount of people or friends people need to share with before it gets unlocked. You can put anything from 1 to 50. All right, so I'm just, for the sake of this video, I'm gonna leave it as 1. But if I would be creating a serious campaign, like for example, if my video would have some kind of quality stuff in it, and I would know that like a lot of people would be interested in seeing that, even though this is like a funny video, I could actually, you know what, let me just send this to 10 people because I think that, you know, it's a cool, funny little video, so they'll probably enjoy watching it. Then we have the multi-unlock. All right, so the multi-unlock is really simple. Let's just say that, for example, you have 6 or 7 videos on your blog that you've put all locks on. All right, and then someone, Joe, then unlocks 1 video, but because he has unlocked 1 video, all the other videos will become unlocked as well. Because it tracks basically his IP address and will make sure that whenever he visits the blog, all the videos will be unlocked. If you don't want that to happen, because maybe you have all sorts of different, you know, types of campaigns going on, then you want to just leave it at no. If you leave it at no, Joe can only unlock 1 video at a time, and the other videos will stay unlocked, so you would have to manually unlock them as well. All right, that's the multi-unlock. Then we have the display social sharing buttons, which is very simple as well. It will show a couple of social buttons below the video once it's unlocked, so that people could then eventually, when they like the actual video as well, they can then also share it or like it or tweet about it or whatever. All right, so you want to always, I at least like to set it at yes. All right, really simple stuff here. Then we go to email settings. Now what I've said is you'll be driving not only a lot of viral traffic really fast, you'll also be monetizing. One way you'll be monetizing from it is by having something in your content review or a call to action within your video or anything like that. But of course, you want to follow up with them. You want to generate leads, right? So that's what's so important about this, is that everyone who wants to unlock the video and wants to share it with their friends has to connect with the app first. All right, and within the plugin settings, you'll be able to input your Facebook app details, and we'll show our students how to create a Facebook app. It takes probably only 2 minutes or something that they can then tie in with the plugin. But once you set that up, you can subscribe. You can have every person who unlocks subscribe to your newsletter, all right, to your email list. So you can set this to yes, and you'll then be able to use either GetResponse or MailChimp or iContact or Aweber. All right, now I have GetResponse, so I'm just gonna select GetResponse, and I have a web form code ready here. So what you'll just need is a web form code. This web form code could be an HTML code without CSS installed or anything like that. But all of that we will explain, of course, in our members area. But you can then paste it in here and then click on validate. And as it says right here, form is validated. It means that the form is good and it's ready to go. All right. So we've now set up everything. We've set up the video. All right. This will be the video that gets that will have a lock on top of it. This is the actual lock, or at least the overlay that will be placed on top of the video. And I'll show you in a moment how it looks like. This is the unlock settings. We have the share title. We have the content review, we have the invitations required, and we're going to send this in a moment to 10 of my own friends because I'm going to test it myself, show you how it looks like. We have the multi-unlock and the display social sharing buttons, all right? And then the email settings, because I want every person who shares also, I want to have their name and email addresses dropped to my email list. So you'll be building a list at the same time. A gigantic list, that is, of course. All right, so let me just click on Insert Code. And now what I can do is I can select this and I can center it if I want to. All right, and I can then publish it. Really simple. Let me just, there you go.